Hey guys, and welcome back for another video. So today, I done messed around and found probably the biggest lolcow on the internet. And when I say that, I do mean hit the link in the description so you can see the video in its entirety without my commentary. But either way, we're going to be watching this. Now, some of you may be saying, what's a lolcow? Well, a lolcow is a person that can be milked for the lols. Literally, like this person can be baited into embarrassing themselves, looking crazy, raging on the internet, whatever. And now, while most of us have gone off on somebody on the internet, I myself have even done it a few times. What I do and what a few other people have done is an understatement compared to what this lady's entire TikTok and YouTube channel have been about. Let's get started.
That's what I think. I think you're scamming people. Tophia, don't do that. Tophia, don't do that. Tophia, don't do that. Tophia, don't do that. I need you, listen, Tophia, I need you to understand what we're trying to do here. Tophia.
I like discovering new lolcows. I do like to revisit the old ones from time to time, but I find it more interesting finding new ones. And now I've found what may be the most lolcow-like of them all, Papachu. Although Papachu is a new character for me, it feels like I've already been following her for years, because everything she does is classic lolcow behaviour. She's the very definition of a lolcow. Tophia is one of these lolcows that will live stream their entire life for strangers on the internet, letting them see the good as well as the bad side of her.
And yet again, Angie doxed me, and here we are blaming me and saying it's my fault. I'm tired of this shit.
Just like every lolcow I've ever made a video on, Tophia believes she is more talented than she actually is.
It's a hoodie.
Yeah. Whose hoodie?
It's yours.
Black. Plus,
We're gonna go through this
it smells like
again.
another man's cologne. So who have you been seeing?
What? No one.
Then explain.
It's your anniversary gift.
Anniversary. An anniversary? Oh, happy anniversary, baby.
Did you forget?
Did I forget? Oh, no way.
What did you give me then?
I got you so many things, starting off with this hoodie.
Ugh, forget it.
As well as acting, Tophia also fancied herself to be a bit of a comedian. And to be fair, I did find myself laughing at some of her TikTok videos.
Hey, does my shirt smell weird?
Hey, come here. Smell my shirt. Oh wait, I don't have anybody. So.
Okay, so this is already a little creepy and weird. I mean, oh girl. So I'll tell you what I know about Tophia. So I have heard through the grapevine that this is pretty much a biracial girl who has two very mentally unstable parents. She's, like this guy already said, close to 30 years old, but acts as if she's still like a teenager living at home with them and just going through the most. Constantly being evicted, needing money, online begging, dry begging, whatever. And probably the part that stuck out most to me was just the clip that we saw. Did you see the handsome Asian man that she was like doing the TikTok little pre-recorded thing with? Well, that is supposed to show how obsessed apparently her TikTok is full of these type of videos where she just finds Asian men and does these little skits, based upon pre-recorded stuff. Like she want to be with somebody like that. And, people have said she fetishizes Asians and stuff like that. So, I mean, I don't know. As a person who has visited Asia, I could say that some Asian people are quite attractive. But to be obsessed, like, girl, there's Asian dating sites. You can find you a man. There's probably some dudes out there that like a curly-haired, thick, light-skinned girl.
Who are my Disney parents?
Nah, cause I know you're lying. I need to know who my Disney parents really are.
Tophia is someone who is desperate to be famous but doesn't have any real talent, but in her mind, she's just a star in waiting.
Clearly, while I am going to be often doing bigger and better things, because I have been offered several opportunities to be on podcasts, and I've been offered a lot of great stuff through TikTok.
Tophia told us she'd been signed by a talent agency.
Probably podcasts of people who are unwilling to pay. I mean, we all have been offered opportunities to talk on different podcasts, but it's like one of those things where, she's probably not been offered any money. That's why it's yet to happen.
Told us being the key words there because, like every lolcow to ever exist, Tophia likes to lie. The talent agency she had apparently signed with would come out and confirmed that they had in fact not signed her. Tophia wants to make a living from TikTok rather than from a traditional job, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's a lot of people's dream. But for many, it doesn't happen, and they still have to work a regular job. But that was simply not an option for Tophia.
I do not want to work ever again at a job. How do I say this? Because I don't want people to think that that's what I'm thinking. But if I get a job, I would not be living.
Despite having no talent.
Oh my gosh. So I'm only a few minutes into this, and you guys, while I don't agree with some of the other stuff that you're going to see in this video, that part right there, that statement that she said, I actually agree with. You know, if you ever think about your own life, if you work a normal everyday person's job, if you're not an entrepreneur or own several businesses or something, if you're just working for somebody, you kind of get caught up in that rat race of life where it's like you have to devote so many hours to this company and take so many away from your own personal pursuits. You know what I mean? And I guess I'm just thinking about it because while I have been off work for quite a while, I mean, I haven't worked since like August. And I'm going back January 3rd. So you guys, your girl is, you know, just coming to terms with the fact that my maternity leave is about to be over and I got to rejoin the rat race. You know what I mean? And I just want to stay positive and I want to keep working on here. I want to keep my exercise going. I agree. Like sometimes you lose yourself when you work, and it's not that I don't want to work. Like I want to do different things to get money. You know what I mean? And not just YouTube and not just where I work. You know, there are other things that I do too to make money, you know, but hey, you know, that's besides the point. I just agree with what she's saying. Sometimes the rat race of life and work is just like a lot.
Talent and being too lazy to work, Tophia has an inflated ego.
You couldn't even fool anybody if you tried. People love to sit here and talk shit about me, but let's be honest. I could fool anybody I wanted to, you know. Let's be honest.
Lolcows often think that they're more attractive than their audience. Foodie beauty.
I hate to say it, but I'm not even trying to be mean like that, but like, you know how some people be like, oh, if you light skinned, you know, you got it all, and people be trying to say that all light skinned girls is, you know, big headed and things like that. This is probably one of the most unattractive human beings I've seen in a while. She's quite light skinned. I don't think light skin saved this one. I'm just saying.
And Amber and Reed, for example, believe they are two of the most attractive women to ever exist. But just the fact that Amber doesn't like to shower and Foodie is constantly farting in a cosplay outfit makes their audience not find them attractive. For Tophia, one of the problems she has when trying to attract a mate is the fact that she flat shares with cockroaches. I didn't think I'd ever see a lolcow rival Foodie Beauty or Amber Reed for having the worst hygiene, but Papachu is right up there with the both of them.
The day I got fired, she had said I had hygiene issues.
A lot of lolcows rightly have the reputation of being unhygienic, and so
Oh my God. We're talking about grown women with bugs just crawling all over the place and on them physically. Oh! Like, I'm getting itchy just thinking about it.
so does Tophia. She's not as squeaky clean as she makes out to be.
The heck was that?
Tophia has a dog named Hershey. She doesn't walk the dog, she doesn't take the dog outside to urinate, so often Hershey will just pee on puppy pads. The dog never seemed happy when it would make little cameo appearances in Tophia's videos.
I think under the chairs.
Hello. My name is Bridget.
Wow. Oh my God, they're like beating the dog. Oh my God. And that was such a small dog. Like, okay. If, like, God rest my little dog's soul. Like, y'all know in Jude, I lost my tiny dog, the one that was only like 15 pounds. Carlito was his name. I personally would never hit this dog, you know, kick this dog, nothing like that. If anything, I would grab him, like if he pottied in the house or something, grab his little nose, tap it, like literally on the nose, and send him on his way. I would never hit a dog that small. Like, it's so small. And, you know, I have 3 other dogs that are big, and I'm not gonna lie, sometimes when it comes to bigger animals, you have to be a little physical with them. I'm not saying beat them, you know, hurt them, chain them, nothing like that, choke them, nothing like that. I'm not saying, because there's been some cases of animal abuse that I see on YouTube, and I'm like, that's messed up, that's terrible. But sometimes, like, say for instance, your dog, you come home and your dog done took a crap on your couch. If I don't put some kind of hand on you, that's a problem. Like, because that is a no-go. And leave it in the comment section if you know how to discipline dogs any other kind of way, because we have tried a lot of different things. And sometimes just, like how you gotta spank your kids, sometimes you gotta spank your dogs. But I mean, to hit it, a little dog like that, that's not cool. You can't be hitting little dogs. Like, you might break something. That's terrible.
No. Let go! Stop it! You cannot have that!
Tophia, like all lolcows, does plenty of things that make her audience dislike her. Tophia is a big woman, and you can't get that big without eating big. She's infamous for the amount of money she wastes on DoorDash, being too lazy to cook her own food, and being pretty poor with money management doesn't make her a bad person. What does make her a bad person, in the eyes of many though, is that she would often try to scam DoorDash, asking for a refund so many times after eating her food, just so she could get the food and not pay for it. She did it that often that she was actually banned from asking for a refund. And like some of the lolcows I've tovered before, Tophia is even disliked by other lolcows. Nova Online is another TikTok personality who's not exactly a big fan of her.
Tophia is racist towards Mexicans, and she says horrible stuff about Asians. And Tophia, if you're watching this, I'm calling you out. I have a real job. You don't. All you do is sit on your fat ass all day on TikTok Live and defame me and MG and all that shit. Welcome to a brand new episode of Fat BITCH.
You're a menace. I'm invested in him. No, he's invested in me. So don't say I'm invested in him. He talks about me every day on that Discord.
We got some little like fat wars going on, fat people attacking other fat people. So listen, if fat people can come for other fat people, then people like me who are just, overweight or chunky, whatever you want to call it, we can come for fat people too. Because, sometimes I get people in my comment section, oh, well, give it a few more years, you'll be fat too or something. Like, no, you don't know me. You do not know me, and do not name and claim nothing like that over my life. Excuse you. But I actually purposefully eat very healthy and exercise very frequently. Maybe I'm just not exercising hard enough, I don't know. But that's why I feel like my weight is what it is. And then, by the way, I've had 3 freaking kids. Like, I have somewhat of an excuse to be like 20 pounds overweight, but y'all, like, this lady is probably at least like 100 pounds overweight, like, and she's young. Like, dude, you're in your 20s still. You can easily exercise. She ain't got no kids. What's your excuse?
I'm gonna be mad when I get more followers than him. He's really gonna be mad. He's gonna be like, they're more famous than me.
Tophia on her own is a pretty entertaining lolcow, but lolcows are always more interesting when surrounded by good supporting characters. Nova popping up now and again hating her makes him a decent side character in her world, but Tophia's family are the real supporting characters. First, we've got Brother Chew. Brother Chew has an ex-girlfriend who's come out online, claiming that Tophia and her family are unhygienic, but I think people knew that already with the cockroaches. She's also come out and claimed that Brother Chew has been physically abusive towards her, though Tophia would tell us that that wasn't true at all. But Brother Chew's mother would let slip that he did in fact put his hands on his ex-girlfriend.
My son's an abuser. No, my son's not an abuser. He may have hit Angie like he said he did, but he said she hit him too.
I don't want to have it. Don't discuss that.
Not much else is known about Brother Chew, other than he has no patience for people not liking his sister.
We all have guns. And let me tell you, this is a generation where we don't use our hands anymore. We go straight to a weapon. So if you want to get...
Well, you know what? He just spoke the truth right there, but that is messed up for this kid to sit there and say. Like, I don't play that kind of stuff. Like, too many people around me, and if you black and you from any neighborhood that's predominantly black, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, literally, black people kill other black people very frequently. And that's just like the stupidest thing ever. Like, I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of hearing about another young man, early freaking 20s, dead over some nonsense. And that just happened this month, and I'm not going to say who, but I just know a young man that this happened to recently, just a few months before that, before me and my family went on our trip to Thailand, we're sitting up here going to a funeral of a man that was actually in his 40s, but still couldn't get away from people in the streets, people jealous for whatever reason and doing stuff. And, you know, it's just sad. You know what I mean? It's just really sad that this is what's happening, you know, all the time. And like I said, I've just been seeing too much of it lately. You know, for him to make that bold statement in this video is disgusting.
Continue talking your shit and running your mouth, everybody. Go ahead. Don't think I'm going to find out where you live. Don't think I'm not going to find out. Like I said, I mastered in computer technology for 3 years. If I want your IP address, if I want to do shit to you, I can do it just like that. Don't think I can't. If I want to do shit to you, I can do it just like that.
And then she's sitting there looking all like demonic, like, oh my God, what is wrong with these people?
As she's more commonly known. She will defend Tophia to the trolls and haters no matter what.
You know what? You guys are all sick. You are very, very sick people. And I want nothing to do with you. You're gonna leave people homeless? You're sick. And don't say anything to me either.
Trolls were a constant part of Tophia's online life, and sometimes that trolling would spill over into her real life, and Papachu would also be a part of it sometimes.
Oh my. The apple does not fall far from the tree.
Sometimes.
No. Hang up. Hang up. You're not a doctor. Get off the phone and stop playing on the phone. Leave us alone. Hang up the phone. You're messing with people on the phone. They're calling the phone is what they're doing. And you're being stupid. I don't need to tell you what she said. If you're going to answer that phone, then I'm going to take it away from you. There have enough problems as it is, and these are calling to play around. Because I know what the they're doing. They're not no fucking doctor. No doctor's going to call at 2 a.m. in the morning. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. No one's going to call.
Well, I guess her brother talking all that crap about finding IP addresses and stuff, and then she's, you know, up here allowing other people to do that to them and their family. Now you got people calling the house disturbing your parents. Like, and they're just allowing this. She's threatening her and all that, but she's like, still mind you live. Like...
o'clock in the morning? They don't call at 2 o'clock. Stop being stupid.
One of the most, if not the most well-known clip of Papachu is when she calls out Tophia's father, Papachu.
Stop sticking your tongue out to the ladies, okay?
Okay. That's all you have to say. That's all you have to say, Maria.
That's dirty shit.
That's all you have to say. Just say stop sticking your tongue out. Okay? Okay.
He's one of the strangest people I've ever seen online. From his fake bank.
Jay, this is like, I'm in shock that it keeps getting weirder and weirder as the video is going along. Like, wait a minute, her dad was literally looking at the camera, licking his tongue. Why is he on her channel doing that? Oh my gosh.
Scam, where he tries to take people's money from them.
Send me an email to Mordecai Global.
No, nobody sent you an email. Get off the phone.
Maria, this might be a good call.
No, it's not. I don't care. You don't have those on. Just hang up.
He puts up these green crosses around the house to ward off white people and the police.
The white man in government throughout the world, I have no use or utility for that type of ignorance and stupidity. Remove yourself or be removed. And then kill yourself and your family and your friends and all your associates.
Yeah, this dude is like completely insane. I hope he's not just like walking the streets at this point. That makes me very nervous. What the heck am I watching? What the heck is this? This is what the internet is, you guys. This is just the internet now. Like, I'm sorry.
Papachu to many is an even stranger character than Tophia. It seemed that any time Papachu was on screen, he would be doing something out of the norm.
And every nation is to print $999 zillion. Every nation is to print $999 zillion. And wait for further instructions. And wait for my instructions. My teeth are going to grow back. I'm 58. I'm 58 years old. And I am teething. Right now. I am teething. Beginning at age 16, smoking and porn will be legal. Anyone 16 and older can visit, obtain porn, and smoke.
Look at the comment at the top. Like, first of all, I'm hearing everything he's saying, and trust me, that's jacked up. But like, if you read the top corner message, it says he also said parents should R-word their children. What? This is why she exists then. Now it all makes sense why this 20-something-year-old girl looks like she's like 90 years old and is putting out such crazy stuff. Like, this is her household. This is the house she grew up in. This is her father, or supposed father. I don't know if this is her stepdad or her real dad, but are you kidding?
Prostitution is to be legalized. I want the streets full of prostitutes. I have my reasons. Make it happen, government, around the world.
The green crosses thing to ward off the police I found particularly strange, and that definitely didn't work.
Here's kind of what's going on a little bit. So we're obviously here to do a welfare check on him, okay? He also does have a felony warrant out for his arrest. So we're not meeting. We're going to try to obviously get him out here peacefully.
So either way, he has to go.
Yes. He needs to go, but I don't want him.
That last statement that man said, I'm sorry, it just like stuck and it's like repeating in my head now. This dude said, I want the streets full of prostitutes. And I'm sitting up here thinking to myself, like, why would a man want the streets full of prostitutes? And the only thing I can think of is that he's extremely thirsty. Like, guys who have some level of self, worth and restraint aren't just willing to just give themselves to willy-nilly anybody. Like, you know what I mean? Maybe if they've gotten to know the girl, or if she's decent looking enough or whatever, they'll probably do it, I guess. But let's just be honest. When it comes to really attractive people, you get it. But, it's just one of those things where he's obviously not a really attractive person. So maybe he's starved. You know what I mean? And it's just, that's why his wife's all acting like that in the background. He's probably thirsty as heck. So he's like throwing himself at every female that probably comes his way. And it probably pisses her off. That's why she's screaming in the background, hey, get off of the live and stuff like that. Like, that dynamic is crazy.
Mad at you guys because you didn't do anything. So that's why we got everybody out of the house because we.
Donald, I need you to come out, okay? Police department, you're being detained after your leave. You have a warrant? Oh, police department, you have a warrant for your arrest. I need you to step out, okay?
Come over here, Donald.
I can't do that. You have a warrant. I can't do that. You do not comply, force will be used against you. This is Albuquerque Police Department. We're police officers. You are under arrest. You're not free to leave, okay? We need you to comply with us. We don't want to have to use force against you.
40.
You have a warrant for your arrest. For what? Kidnapping. For kidnapping. For kidnapping who? I don't know.
We'll talk about it, okay? Right now, take your hands out of your pockets and step forward.
I need to put my pants on. Donald, you need to follow our commands. You need to come out now. If you don't follow our commands, force may be used against you. Again, we're officers of safety. We need you to follow our commands and we can ensure your safety. But at this point, you're not free to leave. If you don't follow our commands, force is going to be used and we don't want to hurt you.
It's your hands, Donald.
Face away from us. Stop right there. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I need a cigarette. We'll get you another one, okay? Thank you.
Thank you, Donald.
Where's my family? They're right there. We're in the parking lot.
Well, I mean, she probably put her dad on blast, or maybe he put himself out here, obviously doing that weirdo live where he's saying all that crazy stuff. He put himself on blast. People probably ratted him out to the police, and they were like, oh, he already has a warrant. Let's just go arrest this guy. That's crazy. Kidnapping? See? That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I was saying earlier. Like, I hope this guy is not on the streets. Let's hope that he's in somebody's jail. Like, he's almost 60. And to me, he's still a threat to society. Like, anytime you're saying stuff like that, I gotta go because, yeah, this is a lot. And we're only like 14 minutes and 43 seconds in. So let me know if you want a part 2, because this is a lot, first of all. And I gotta go because I got like some parenting to do. Let's just be honest. But yeah, this is another unedited video. So just let me know if you like these kind of videos, or am I just talking too much? Leave it in the comment section. I'll listen to you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out the links in the description. And I will see you next time.